Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. The Miners will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah State Aggies offense will get first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Got it in the middle, it's Lane. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to...
After the filthy move, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. Runs through the tackle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. It is speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Utah State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ferguson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Miners offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. Every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Nelson. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Miners are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Smashes through racing to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miners.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Utah State, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give on the inside. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field. Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. And the Miners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. It's complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Extending the play. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they've backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme anymore.
He's got it and still on his feet. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Touchdown, Ncaa! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Breaks the tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the 1st down.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll pull it down, and the ball's on the ground. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Barnes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Starling. He stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over LSU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. With the catch, it's Odom. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Finds a tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Odom. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Gonna let it fly. Picked off to stop the threat.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTEP has the ball. The offense ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Able to run it out to the 28 on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st down. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets the back moving. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone.
Job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ncaa! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. This Utah State offense has it going. He'll do it himself. Hard running there. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They ran it on first down, now on second. Got it behind the line. It's Starling. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Grab near the marker. It's Lane. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. Fakes the grab. No chance to run, but they still moving forward.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert the...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Utah State!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got... to the 47-yard line. The Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Odom. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Miners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second. Wide open spaces. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football. But when he sees a hole, his eyes get big, and he just explodes through it. Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him, just chewing up yards so easily.
Back to throw, it's Rotlier. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
To the air on second down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Miners. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Starling. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Utah State up-tempo.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
He unleashes a long one. Makes a grab on the shot. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To throw, it's Barnes. Still looking. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He will not pick up the first down, the desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Catch in the middle, it's Odom. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
That's caught. It's Odom. Turns on the Jets. Turning on the Jets. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Locklear. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a sixer, but his guy dropped it.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Ncaa! And the beatdown has ensued.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense. Threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He wants to change this route. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the big fella. Powers through. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Miners will hustle to the line.
And that's a first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Rotlier. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, UTEP! And the pummeling has started.
Touchdown, UTEP.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
UTEP 42, Utah State 19.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Starling. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.